the 6th episode of the Sevilla FIFA 16 Career Mode series, and the first game of this episode comes at home to Borussia Mönchengladbach, and we're all but through in the Champions League now on 9 points, only 3 games to go. We're 5 points clear at the top of the table, so should be through, and if we weren't before, we should be now, because Abora in the 11th minute puts us 1-0 up in our bid to secure our Champions League spot to get into the last 16. A great ball from Cotan and a great strike from Abora, the Spanish CDM. We know he's got a great strike on him, and he's proved it there, right into the top corner. First touch finish, and that is his first goal in the Champions League. And now pushing on to the 42nd minute, played into Cotan, short from the corner. Cotan is in great form lately, plays it into Abora. Can he get his second of the game? No, he can't. Fails to put it in the back of the net, but quite a good attempt from Abora after a good move from us. But now pushing in to the 62nd minute, we cut in with Steven Nzonzi. He's being pulled in the box, but he plays it into Llorente with a poor shot straight into the keeper's arms. We're constantly pushing to try and get this game sealed and get the second goal. Cotan, he's not on much stamina now. We're playing it forward into Kukovchak, our Polish CDM, and a brilliant finish from one of the best holding midfielders in the world, in my opinion. Kukovchak with a great finish after a great move from Sevilla. It started with the man that starts most things at the moment, Cotan, and as you can see there, the fans and the players know that is the goal that's going to get us through to the Champions League next round. Starts with Cotan, brilliant play from Kukovchak as he passes it in the 1-2, and he gets the ball back, and a brilliant finish into the top left corner, and a great result for us in this game. But the final chance comes as Borussia Mönchengladbach come forward, but the referee does blow the full-time whistle, and the fans know it. We are through to the Champions League. I'm pretty sure, I might have to double check, but we are all but through. It would take a miracle now for us not to go through to the last 16. But the second game of the episode is away to Real Sociedad in the La Liga, the first La Liga game in this episode. Obviously, David Moyes just been sacked from Real Sociedad, but they do have some good players like Carlos Vela and Sergio Canales. But in the 23rd minute here, Ivan Manega, he seems to keep scoring. Everyone just seems to keep scoring in this side. We're in such great form at the moment. Ivan Manega with a great finish after some more tricky play from Konoplyanka, as he seems to do every single game. Just knocks it through with a beautiful back heel, and the Argentinian with a great first time finish that he really had to do straight away into that bottom left corner, and a good early start for us in this game. But brilliant footwork there from Konoplyanka, and Banega comes up to the camera, and after 24 minutes we are 1-0 up in this game. But pushing on to the 59th minute now, Vitolo, who's just not really done it this year. He's supposed to be one of our best players, but he's really not performed this year, and he misses a great opportunity here. But Kukovchak looking to do the same thing that he did in the Champions League game on his weak foot, hits the bar and goes off for a goal kick. Good shot from Kukovchak. Very unlucky not to seal this game and be 2-0 up here, but we give the ball away in the 68th minute. Great opportunity and a great save from our Costa Rican keeper, Keylor Navas, and we eventually get the ball away. But pushing on now to the 79th minute, Vitolo does very well to beat his man, plays it into the youngster striker Imbolo, into Kukovchak, great ball into Cotan, and he just can't stop scoring. At 19 years old, he's meant to be a holding midfielder. I've played him in the attacking role, and it's really worked. He's racking up these assists and especially these goals. Brilliant finish from the youngster, and I just can't keep him out of the side at the moment. I'm thinking in the next episode I might start playing him on the right side of the midfield instead of Vitolo. Leave it in the comments down below if you think I should do that. But pushing into the 90th minute now, played into Mbolo, he's through on goal, surely he must score, and Brilled on Mbolo puts the cherry on top of a brilliant 3-0 win away to a very good Real Sociedad side. This is a very clinical win for us. breaking down on the counter-attack. Real Sociedad obviously on all-out attack, and we were able to capitalise on their lack of men back. Great finish from the youngster Mbolo, who's been a very good backup striker for us in this series. And as you can see, as soon as Real Sociedad kick off is full time, the referee is blown for full time. Brilliant 3-0 win here. Again, as I say, Real Sociedad are not an easy side to play against, and that's a great result for us to win 3-0 at a very hard ground to win at. But as you can see, Michy Batshuayi getting up to an 80 rating, and there was a long space in between the two games, so we did do some more training. We are putting Mbolo back into the training as he was put out because he had international duty. But as you can see there, Reyes has asked to leave the club because he hasn't been getting much game time. We did put him in for the game against Borussia Mönchengladbach, but that was his first appearance of the season. I must admit, he's not really in my plans this year. If I am going to be playing a backup right mid, it usually will be Hector Villalba, so I wouldn't mind getting him off the wage bill and selling him on in January. But pushing on to the first highlight of this game, at home to Valencia, Konoplyanka weaving in and out, puts a low ball into the box and eventually cleared away by Valencia. But they have a great opportunity in the 21st minute from a corner, but luckily they failed to capitalise from poor marking and missed just wide of the post. But pushing on just a few minutes later now to the 25th minute, Konoplia, the dangerous Ukrainian, doing his tricky footwork again. An unbelievable stop from the Brazilian Diego Alves there. Brilliant save from the Brazilian, and he keeps it 0-0 in this crucial game at the top of the table. Valencia coming forward once again here with Fuego this time. He puts it through to Rodrigo to ball. Great young talent. Puts it through to Fuego, and a great save from Keylor Navas. And eventually we get it out for a corner. So very eventful first half in this one. Both sides have had a lot of opportunities to go 1-0 ahead just before half time now. Valencia win a corner. Rodrigo de Paul. We miss it at the back post. And what has happened there? The defending absolutely awful. And I was thinking about dropping Vitolo, and I think he's going to have to be dropped if he's doing things like this. He's just completely missed the ball. But what are the rest of the defence doing? Completely unmarked there. Enzo Perez, the Argentinian, and he picks up his fourth goal in La Liga this year. But pushing on now to the 53rd minute, Konoplyanka, who's been great all game, been really tricky for the Valencia defence. Brilliant run inside and a great finish into the top corner from the Ukrainian. You just cannot stop this man. He's at 83 rated now. He is absolutely unbelievable to play with. Definitely, I would say, our best player at this moment in time. Probably Jordan Banega, because he is also in great form. As you can see, he picked up the assist for that one. But this goal was all about Konoplyanka. Cuts inside, goes through the legs of the Valencia man and into the top corner. Great finish, and we are now level in this game. But pushing on all the way to the 88th minute now. Valencia put a dodgy cross into the back post, and it nearly gets past Keylor Navas and goes into the back of the net. So he still had to do quite a bit of work there to get that out, Keylor Navas. But pushing on now to the 90th minute. Batshuayi trying to pressure his man, but cannot finish that, and we cannot get the late goal. So good result against a very strong Valencia side. They're a good team, and the team that certainly we wouldn't have been expecting a win from before the game. As you can see, this is the table at the end of the game. We're sitting in a very impressive 4th position. Shame we couldn't win that game and we would have got to 2nd. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I've been Raw FIFA Gaming, and I'm